Addy was mentioning earlier, a Shaki Foster. Neither of those came to fruition, but in comes the respectable, highly respectable Abraham Nova. 17 knockouts, only 3 defeats, and 2 of them very, very tight. There's experience between these two. And if Ford's on tip-top form, he really is a joy to watch. The Masket's sat down now. He's not shadowboxing anymore.
He didn't stop, did he? I thought I see him do the alley shuffle at one point, but yeah, Ford, very good fighter, as is Nova, but Ford's been desperate. He's been itching for this first round. He really has. He's almost at times looked frustrated during fight week. Just been eager to get this contest underway, and yes, it's a very good test, this. Good battle between 2 very good fighters. Quick hands there from Ford.
What have you seen, Barry, during fight week through the build-up to this one?
Well, Nova's played his part, and Ford certainly hasn't. But, you know, ultimately, you know, you've got to try and sell yourself. But ultimately, it's what you do in the ring that matters. Just interestingly, look what's on the shorts. Tom and Jerry.
Your favourite.
And there's reference, of course, of what
of course it is.
Turki Al-Sheikh was saying about he doesn't want those Tom and Jerry fights. He wants the fights where people come to have a go. And I think Ford recently has been more committed to his attacks, and I think he can come forward. We've seen it can be aggressive, and he can do it in a smart way.
That's what we saw with Shakur Stevenson, didn't we? A few weeks ago in New York, exactly that. The excitement to go with the slick skills, the beautiful ring craft. And this one should gel very nicely. Nova looking for his 25th victory. 5 years older, but he's been unlucky, hasn't he, of late?
Yeah, he has. He's a very good fighter. I love the way he mixes it up to head and body. As the fight progresses, he doesn't do anything silly early, but he gets into a nice rhythm. Then he starts letting his hands go. He keeps those shoulders nice and relaxed, and that keeps his hands nice and quick. He's very ambitious as well. He understands how important a win is here this evening for his career to really get going again.
Nice there, nice and fast there from Ford. Just getting that foot on the outside to get that left hand through the middle. The feints are the secret for Ford here, because you've got a guy who's trying to slowly walk you down, but he's an aggressive counter puncher, is Nova. So those little feints, just trying to draw that jab out quick. Then you can take a little half a step back and jump back into the combination.
And what he's doing so well is he's bringing the feet in forward. I've seen already, so that's allowing him to find the range with that left hand.
Yeah, excellent movement so far from Raymond Ford, although a right hand from Nova. Got some cries from the corner, the blue corner, but it's the extra speed really he's brought up from featherweight, Raymond Ford, which is winning in this first round, but Nova digging in late on.
I tell you what, he landed a lovely right hand, then he followed it up with a nice jab, Nova.
Yeah, the jab, I think, started for me, because with Ford through his chest off, brought it back to the chest, Nova threw that jab over the top.
Think of what failure looks like. You do everything in your power.
This is where you're gonna make the moves. Yeah. As you see. You know what I mean? Once you get him here, like, pump fake the fuck out of him, but you aim for his head, kind of going over him over there. Okay. You gotta aim for that body, baby. You gotta aim for that body. Okay. Good, you look good.
Mantén ese mismo trabajo. Cuando él te vaya a la cuerda, quiero el doble J y la recta duro por dentro, que él la esté esperando. O sea, pero tú la vas a romper la guardia. Él tiene miedo.
Yeah, you gotta do your best to get him to the corner of the ropes. Okay. Try not to compete in the center of the ring. He's kind of sharp there, and he got space.
Welcome back, Esports World Cup, and
faint the fuck out of him and then go down.
what a night ahead.
You're good, you're good.
Oh, world-class boxing at all divisions. The heavyweights stealing the show, but these super featherweights, 2 of the best on the planet. Raymond Savage Ford in fight number 20. It's the 29th for Abraham Nova. Nova in the black and gold. Had a decent last 30 seconds of that first round, didn't he? And the corner was saying, you've got to get to Ford's body, slow the man from New Jersey down.
Yeah, and he is a very good body puncher. The left hand, he always finds a way to get it round the elbow. But that left hand's looking dangerous of Ford. He's picking it well, he's timing it well, bringing his feet in, as I say, and that's going to be so important. Barry's pointed out already, Nova, an aggressive counter puncher. He will look to take a little step or a little sort of slide out of range. That's good work from Ford on the back foot.
The speed in that, all of a sudden he went from nowhere to somewhere automatically. Nice 3-punch combination. I notice when Nova throws the right hand, he shortens it for some reason. You really got to turn from the hips and the shoulders, extend it almost fully.
I think that's a worry about what might come back.
I think it is a little bit, but I mean, getting close, you know, you're inviting a shot to hit you first, aren't you, with the man of the speed of Raymond Ford.
What's that right hand again, looking for the left hook to the body, Nova, but he's got to be fast with those attacks.
Yeah, he's done it twice there, as Barry pointed out. He had Ford on the ropes, and he really turned the hips into the shot. There was two right hands there, but he's getting closer.
But also with getting closer, walking closer, giving away that advantage of reach. He's allowing Ford the timing on the way in.
He's slightly taller, isn't he, than Ford? And I've seen in the past with Nova, he is open to an uppercut. You just see the elbows, look, they're quite wide. There's an opportunity there for Ford to find that left or right uppercut through the middle of that.
Just backed up on the ropes here, Raymond Ford. That's when Nova will want him. Hammer away to the body.
Doing a good job of just smothering the work there of Nova there, Ford.
Well, he's intelligent, good boxing brain, excellent amateur. Picked up by manager Brian Peters, who's part of the corner, and they've always had big plans for Raymond Ford, but Nick Ball was so good against him, wasn't he?
Just relentless, wasn't he? Lived up to his nickname there, Wrecking Ball. And I think you'll look at this Nova. Oh, there's a lovely left to the body there. Counter.
I was just about to say he was having a good little spell there, Nova, for a second, then a lovely timed body shot there from, and a lovely left hand again from Ford.
He was having a good spell, Nova, but the quality, the crispness there of Raymond Ford with that left hand, the backhand from the southpaw stance was really very, very impressive.
He can double up with that left hand, I think, Raymond Ford. He has the speed and the accuracy to get it off twice.
Is that right from Nova? Competitive first couple of rounds. Goodness. Great weekend for MVP coming up. Puerto Rican heavyweight Jean-Paul Rivera taking on the KO artist Daniel Bailey. And the next night, Yanquiel Rivera tackles Venezuela's Angelino Cordova in a battle of unbeaten flyweights, with the interim WBA title up for grabs. Next Saturday, action coming thick and fast, and well, a really interesting first 6 minutes of this.
It has been. Not much in it, but 2 rounds I've given to Ford. Quick hands, boxing nicely on the back foot, but I like the intent from Nova, starting to get closer, but as we've pointed out, myself and Barry, just start to commit to that right hand a little bit, but that was that lovely shot to the body of Nova.
Religious man, Abraham Nova, from Puerto Rico originally. Lived in New York for a long time now, back in the Dominican Republic. He's been around about 9 years, but look at that. Countering speed from Raymond Ford, who is switched on tonight.
The problem he has here, Nova, he has to be aggressive, of course. He has to try and walk Ford down, but also he's walking into a trap every time he does that. So what do you block with the gloves, Darren, and then sort of block and counter off that?
I think so, but the issue is he's just got an edge in speed, hasn't he, with his hands and his feet forward, so that makes it very difficult for Nova to really time the shots.
So double your jab.
Double your jab.
But then again, against the southpaw, that's difficult to get that jab into play, consecutively.
Well, there was a shot that we used to throw, a combination we used to throw. There's a rat in the Tony Sims gym, and it was a jab, long left hook round the southpaw, lead up, then throw the right hand.
Again, they beckon encouragement in this corner. Right by us, the Supernova team at the left. That wand of Raymond Ford working well.
Yeah, it's just a case of one of the fighters really getting in a rhythm. He's relaxed. The feet are very, very sharp. I know that the hands are blistering quick, but to the naked eye, the footwork of Ford is very impressive. It's good, it's quick. Oh, good work though from Nova there. Right hand followed up with a left hook.
Yep, finding some gaps, Nova. It's not all Ford here, and look look at this as he rattles a combination and wry smile through the gum shield. Some were blocked, but that left hook to the body wasn't. And this is a decent spell here for the man from the Dominican Republic.
But he's punching a little bit longer now. I think that's helping him, especially when he throws a good shot. Rather than getting his feet too close and allowing Ford to either take a step back or fire back, he's punching from a longer distance.
And Barry, he's listened to his corner, and they were asking for body shots, and he's finding them, and a little less from Raymond Ford.
He'll come over the top of that left hook there, Nova, when he lets that right. If he lands with the right hand, you've got to follow through with that left hook.
Intelligent footwork as well from Nova. He's getting backed into the red corner. Look at him now. He's just pivoted round, centre ring, landed a nice right to the body. Good rally back.
Just saying something to him in there. Raymond Ford can't do too much of the chit-chat, but it's been Nova's best round of the fight so far. And he'll be getting some real confidence now that he can find the gaps in the defence of Ford.
Ford's making him work hard, though, you have to say that. They're walking him down full confidence here, Raymond Ford.
Yeah, but done more, hasn't he, here, Nova? Hey!
Now let's walk him down there, but let's work. I don't want you standing there just catching and not shooting. We got work. It's 2-1. He got that round. All right, that's cool. We ain't giving away no rounds. Let's work. You gotta be first. If you're gonna be catching, just shoot. Go it is, man. Take that deep breath. Let's work.
Yeah, Taras Stevenson just asking him for more, Raymond Ford. He didn't have a round off, but certainly Nova came on strong last 2 minutes of that one.
He started the round really well, Ford. Really, really well. You felt like he'd got into a rhythm and was landing shots comfortably. There he is. Not shaping up anymore, but
he's relaxing.
Maybe a little concerned, Adam.
Damascus. I don't know, the team just coming up, seeing how we're scoring it. Probably fought the first couple, but they were close, and Nova certainly better in the third round. But this is a high-class affair between these two super featherweights. Remember the orange of Raymond Ford, the 26-year-old from Camden in New Jersey. He's had a couple of wins since the Nick Ball defeat over Orlando Gonzalez and Thomas Matisse. This would be a really good scalp, though, and he's ranked number 9 by the Ring magazine.
Yeah, when he commits to an attack forward, when he lets his hands go, with the authority, it's really enjoyable to watch. Snapping every punch.
Yeah, and that pressure. It's not high and intense, but it's constant. He's just constantly creeping forward on that front foot.
I think he's up the gear here. And the right uppercut from Raymond Ford. It's almost as though he wants to fight at his pace, and he's got so much quality. It's when he turns the tap on, but he's got to be careful with Nova.
That's the shot, that uppercut. I really do believe it's there for Ford.
It's lovely work again there from Ford. A nice high guard there, Nova. He found the gap around the back of it. Therefore, with that right hook.
Well, he's been told off for pushing there by Mikael Hook, the very experienced Swedish referee, but I like what Ford's doing here.
For Nova, when Ford looks to push you off with that lead hand, sort of to find the distance, the range, you've got to fire off that. There, throw a shot off that.
Again, targets the body, but good foot movement from Ford. And in patches, he's beautiful to watch, isn't he, the southpaw? It's whether he can sustain it, I guess, at the very highest world title level. He's won at featherweight, but the super featherweight division is congested and difficult. And will he carry the power up?
I think he's shown he got plenty of strength at this weight, and he got that speed and snapping the shots to earn anyone's respect. It's good for both guys. Nova's trying to walk him down. The methodical approach, he's trying to work away. The accuracy and maybe the weight in the shots is not as good as Ford's, but he's busy.
Two good uppercuts from Nova.
Yep, came back there. Back end of the fourth round, and good fight this is turning into. Ford trying to come back with uppercuts of his own, back to the ropes once more. Both of these two will be feeling they're winning this.
Yeah, but it's just more eye-catching stuff, isn't it, from Ray Ford? Just see the on the ropes there, the uppercut, the change of the angle of the shot. He hits the head back, and everybody sees that.
Just that extra little tad of class, maybe, from Ford, who digs in one to the body at the end of the 4th round. Meanwhile, Devsani has Sam Goodman.
Well, Sam Goodman, moments away from the world title shot. You've worked for your whole career. What are the emotions right now?
Look, my mind's just all about the job at hand, worrying about myself and what I've got to do to execute the game plan, that's all.
Flying the flag, of course, for Australia as well. How much does that mean?
Fills me with a lot of pride to be representing my country on such a massive stage, and I love my country, and I look forward to put my best foot forward and bringing another belt back home.
Best of luck.
Thanks, mate.
Well, a bit like Abraham Nova, he's had a really unlucky time, Sam Goodman. This guy has had real momentum. One of Frank Warren's favourites, I think one of His Excellency's favourites, and one of ours, Nick Ball, the only male world champion from the UK at the moment, here to defend his featherweight belt. Really exciting. Don't miss that coming up a little bit later on, but business up in the super featherweight division to sort out first. The classy Raymond Ford looking for his 3rd win on the spin since that defeat to Nick Ball. And Abraham Nova, who's only won 1 of his last 4. He's had a couple of defeats and a draw. Taking this chance at pretty short notice, and well, he's in with a chance here.
Yeah, definitely. I think he just needs to up the tempo, be a bit busier. We've seen him when he backs forward onto the ropes. He does have success. He landed a couple of good uppercuts in the previous round. But it's this, he starts the round on the back foot and allows his blood to the nose. I don't know if it's the nose or the eye of Nova.
Yep, he's definitely wounded there, and a right to the body from Raymond Ford, who just ups the ante again with a lovely combination. The right eye looks cut to me of Abraham Nova. Didn't need that. And it's these skills that are just scything him open a bit. Ray Ford possesses terrific ammunition, doesn't he?
Absolutely. I think it was a lovely left hand on the middle there from Ford that maybe opened that cut there. I think it's on the right eye of Abraham Nova. Again, he's just a little bit, just a little bit behind with the speed, and that's the difference here.
It's fine margins. He tackles and targets the body again. He's a hard man, Nova. Only 3 defeats in the 9-year professional career, but Ray Ford is really ambitious. Mid-20s, wants more world titles, and he's putting on a display tonight.
Yeah, he is. 1st and 3rd, he's quick. Defensively sound with the feet, just gliding in and out of range. Pressure when he's on the front foot has been good. Made Nova work. I just like to see Nova. Easier said than done saying this, but just be a bit busier. Bring your feet in, go again. Try and unsettle the younger man. Rough him up a little bit. Make things uncomfortable for him.
I think Nova, he's not tired, not really feeling the pace yet, but just sees his hands have fallen a little bit lower, the elbows have come out a little bit wider. That's usually a sign of a guy who's just starting to tire ever so slowly. And I think it's the concentration, because Ford's always in front of you, he has that speed to make you pay for making a mistake. And you have to think so much, it just tires you out a little bit.
That's a really good spot, Barry. I think that he was winded as well a couple of times, Nova. Just breathing heavier. There's a bruise underneath the cut right eye as well. And these single shots are not enough, because there's a rhythm now for Ford.
There is, and although he's not getting full purchase on the shot, he's finding the range a lot easier now, isn't he? The target of Nova.
Still dangerous, though, with the right hand late on, back end of these 3 minutes. He just wakes up, Abraham Nova, but he's not winning enough of these rounds. Well, there they are, best of friends these days. I think I've spent 15 years working with Frank, 10 years with Eddie. They didn't like each other much then, but I promise you they do now. This is Eddie's guy in the ring, Ray Ford. Frank, of course, has many. Nick Ball, and both Moses Atama and Dillian White, and almost every heavyweight apart from Usyk and AJ.
He's not got a bad step, has he? Well, I think we just see the cut there. Yeah, the left hand right through that guard. And I've yet to see where the actual cut is. It looked as if it was inside. You can see blood on the nose. Terrible position to have a cut, Barry.
Yeah, it really is, because you can't, you know, as long as he's bleeding, it's going to go only one place, and that's into the eye, and that's going to be a problem. And certainly something the referee's going to have to keep an eye on.
Coming off a win over German Ivan Miraz is Abraham Nova, but hasn't had an eye-catching one since the summer of 23 when he beat Jonathan Romero. That was a really good win. Got stopped by Robesai Ramirez, great fighter back in 2022. Hasn't quite made the most of the opportunities. Just got to grab one here, Abraham Nova. He's had the chance with Anthony Kakache pulling out. He's just got to do more in the second half of this and somehow slow down Ford, because otherwise Ford's going to walk away with this.
But they are talented fighters you've been up against. You know, he's boxed some really, really high-quality opposition, so the losses are not as bad as they may look at first sight. But yeah, but at some point, if you can't get over the line, you become labelled as a, not a journeyman, but a test for people looking to go up.
Yeah, gatekeeper.
Yep, that world title challenge to Shaki Foster, very close. Andres Cortez as well. These going the distance. Right hand from Nova. There is the quality, but he just needs to put it together, doesn't he?
Exactly that. Look, he just upped the tempo there, and he landed 3 shots, but back comes Ford. Really good combination, head and body, changing the levels well. Keeping Nova thinking.
He finds time for it as well, because he's in front of you, but see there, he threw 3 body shots and there's no response. And there's weight on the shots, but not shots that are crippling you, but he still somehow finds time to let that 3 punches go with nothing coming back.
Body shot partially blocked, that time goes again. Nova, more of that needed.
I've been impressed with the work to the body from Nova in previous fights. We've not seen enough of it here, and I think that's been the speed of foot of Ford. Stop that from happening.
Speed of foot, and also quite a difficult target, isn't he, to hit there, Raymond Ford.
Good movement from Ford, right into his right-hand side.
But not loads, was it? It wasn't the defensive, it was just enough to move the fire back.
He's only 5'7", but his balance is really good. Pivots well, doesn't he, Ray Ford?
What do you mean only 5'7"?
That was over Barry.
Nova not quite using his height and reach advantage to effect. So walks into a big left hand, and that was probably the heaviest shot of the fight. Goes to the body as well, Ray Ford.
He's got to come up through the middle though, Ford. There it is.
He was shaken there, and the legs still not quite sturdy. 15 seconds of the 6th round.
They don't look good, do they, the legs? These shots that are catching Nova high on the head, they really seem to unsettle.
He's doing the right thing on Nova, smothering the work, trying to work away, trying to just stop the onslaught there from Ford.
Just a jerky walk back to the corner, though, for Abraham Nova. This is when he was taken out by Robesai Ramirez around about this time of the fight. They've got work to do in that corner.
Cuando te sientes cansado, no te puedes ir al juego con él, ¿oíste? Al intercambio.
Your tight gotta stay, your D gotta stay tight on the inside. Respira. Kind of coming back, a little wide. All right?
He's tired too.
Huh?
He's tired too.
He's tired.
Yeah, but respira.
But you can't let him get to you before he gets to.
Grab my chest with the towel.
Huh?
Grab my chest with the towel.
Right chest. Yeah.
Mark DeLuca in there, translator, a lot of noise, but not going to help him. That was a peach of a left hand from the fists of Raymond Ford.
Yeah, starting to get a little tough in there now for Nova. You just feel a change of pace. It could be real signs of danger for Nova. Can Ford do that?
Raymond Ford in orange, and very much the aggressor now. Yeah, he knew he hurt him quite badly in that 6th round, and I think he wants a stoppage. He's smelling blood already cut. is Abraham Nova.
Well, I think he hit him on the temple. I think he got his legs a little bit wobbly. I don't think that Nova was in massive danger, though, to be honest. But I do think Ford has the bit between his teeth now, and I just think it's going to be the angle and variety of the shot that's going to really open up Nova.
And volume, I think. You know, put them together. Freezing Ford, go again. We've already seen the good footwork of Ford, so he can create openings by moving his feet and shooting them through the middle.
Nova's responding well. I tell you what, he was talking to Ford in there. He maybe fancies a bit of a tear up here. Only 8 knockouts on the Ford slate. And remember them down at featherweight, so they might just think, look, okay, come on then. I'll have it with you.
Again, talking to Ford non-stop now, but good work from Ford. 2 shots, finished with the right to the body, little step to the right. Get backed up though again to the ropes, allowing Nova.
But Nova's not making it tell as he
No, he's not.
And you back him onto the ropes, you've got to just try and get a little bit of a slight different angles and just get your punches off and make Ford look for you. At the minute he's pushing Ford back, but Ford's using the ropes then to get a bit of leverage for that uppercut through the middle.
Yeah, the angles are all coming from Ray Ford, aren't they? Covering up when he needs to, expending energy, Abraham Nova.
And Adam, it's difficult to smother someone else's work, but you still work as well. You've got to get that balance right. So use that forehand to push him back, create the space for you to work, then put your shoulder right in the centre of his chest.
He's a clever fighter, Ray Ford. Yeah, just looks in his corner there, Nova. Put a lot into the beginning of this 7th. Without that much success. It's a great effort, but you can just see the higher quality.
Yeah, like you say, it was a great effort. That little barrage there and trying to lean on Ford. But I don't think Ford will mind that. I think he knows that it's taken a lot out of Nova. It will allow him to find the openings when he gets to work.
Well, I think what Ford does quite well against the ropes, he doesn't resist. He doesn't try to push you back and waste energy. He covers up, he turns that shoulder in, and then he looks to use the ropes for leverage to fire back. That's a good shot. That's 1-2 there from Ford. But you would always tell your fighter not to fight off the ropes. It just gives the impression, you know, from a different angle for the judge that you are in a little bit of a distress, possibly.
Yeah, 3 judges. How they'll be seeing things. Nova's been very competitive, thrown a lot of punches. But for me, Ray Ford has just got the answer time and again. The movement and the countering shots. Let's get back to Deb, who's got Nick Ball with him.
Well, Nick Ball back in Riyadh, defending your world title this time. How are you feeling this close to the fight?
Feeling good, yeah, as always. It's always good to be back defending my belt in Riyadh, yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a special night.
What's going to give you the edge tonight over Sam Goodman?
A lot of things, really, yeah. I've just got to be the best version of myself, and that's enough, so, yeah.
How much do you love fighting here? I know Liverpool's the city that made you, but this is where your dreams came true.
Yeah, that's the one, innit? This is where I won the belt, so, again, it's always good to come back here and defend it.
Best of luck.
Nice one, Dev.
He loves fighting here, he loves fighting in Liverpool, and he loved the Liverpool result last night, 4-2.
Knew you was going to bring that.
Of course.
I knew you was bringing that.
We've got to get Nick Ball to Anfield, haven't we? Maybe next spring, summer. Big Red fan. And he'll be looking to defend his featherweight crown and take it back to Merseyside. But Sam Goodman, a really tough challenger, undefeated, and has been waiting so patiently for the opportunity. So is Abraham Nova. He stepped in. He's given it a real go here against Raymond Ford. He's never had it comfortable, Ford. He's always had to work, but when he's worked, Barry, he's been sweet on the eye.
Yeah, and it's the sort of fight you expected, really, wasn't it? No, a solid effort, but always just maybe a little bit, second on most things. But listen, if he can just tire Ford out, even get a solid shot on Ford's chin, maybe, again, like you said, work that body, get the uppercuts through the middle, but he just push him on the ropes. Just try and slow Ford down a little bit enough to get some consistency.
And it's a good response. I like this from Nova. He's not landing much of Nova, but he's still showing intent. He's on the front foot. I will say there's lots of openings to the body of Nova. He's got the hands high, but lots to the body for Ford to focus on.
He's got a 60% KO ratio as well, Abraham Nova. 17 knockouts. Might be creeping towards needing another one here if he's going to turn this around. Excellent amateur. He's been a very tough professional. Will he just fall short of becoming a world champion like Ford already has? How do we like Ford at super feather?
Yeah, I've enjoyed him. His last 2 fights, he's walked the fight down to a little bit of strength, I think. Maybe that added weight has made him feel more comfortable. And Nova is a big super feather. There's not no bones about that. So, this is not a guy who's going to be able to walk down easily. I think he's coped with the pressure quite well here.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely the right change, but this is good work again. Really now starting to commit to the shots, Nova. That's what he needs.
Yeah, lovely right hand. And again, in the last minute of each round, he puts a big effort in, trying to catch the eye of the judges. Again, Ford with the quality off the back foot. Look at that movement.
He just dips his legs as well, so when he throws, he's not from the same height as when he starts. He sort of dips it when he throws. He's just a little bit lower.
Yeah, and Nova done the right thing there. He just took a step to his right to stop him getting trapped in the neutral corner.
Stop! Those orange boots just glide well, don't they, over the canvas. Thinking fighter. Right hand from Nova again. Trying to close sessions strongly. But how much true quality has come from Abraham Nova? That's better with a right hand. He certainly, in spurts, he's really giving it everything, which is fabulous to see. Got to take these opportunities. Grasp them.
That's what we got to do.
Absolutely.
Right? Talk shit to him.
He's having a real go, he really is. He saves a little bit, doesn't he, for the last 10 seconds, Nova.
You gotta fight this boy. He's breaking, bro. You don't want nothing.
Really got to push on, finish this contest.
You gotta stay on it, Abraham.
Strongly.
High defense.
And that wasn't a bad round for him either, I don't
defense,
think.
and just keep stepping
The most competitive round he's had for the last couple. Good shot there for Nova, and a better left hook as well, just committing to the attacks. And I think that's been the difference. Quite often, he's been throwing his punches, waiting for Ford to fire back, so not committing with them. He's just almost like the arm punches rather than really committing. And I think more belief but not worry what's coming back. He'll throw a bit more of a big conviction.
A bit of the snap of the shots of Ford has left his work. A couple of rounds to go, so that's understandable.
6.5 years as a pro, Raymond Ford looking for victory number 18. He's got to be way ahead, hasn't he, Darren?
Yeah, I mean, the early rounds he looked very good, didn't he? He's still boxing nicely. It's just the late rally, if you like, from Nova, really trying to get something from this fight, trying to bank a few rounds, some of these late rounds. But he's got to be intelligent with his work still. He can't get greedy, he can't get sloppy, he can't just put his shots out there just for the sake of it, because he will get countered.
But also coming in for Anthony Cacace, wanting to put on something to remember so that he'll be invited back again.
Yeah, well, everything's you're in the shop window all the time, though, aren't you? For the next fight, and even in defeat, if you throw a good display, then you're wanted back. But ultimately, everything's about winning, isn't it? And this is not really, but it feels like an eliminator for some sort of world title, and a dominant win here by Ford, which it sort of on paper has been. I think it's the fight we thought it'd be. That it might be wide, but he's never been really comfortable, Ford. Though I think he has in stages, but Noah certainly made him work.
In the top 10, Ray Ford already of the junior lightweight, super featherweights. How would he do against an Oshaki Foster, or obviously our own Anthony Cacace?
That was lovely, crisp 1-2. Little step to the right, he threw the shot. More of a glancing blow, but that was quick. Nice left again on the back foot. Good counter shot again. This is when Nova's got to tidy up a little bit.
See, I think that left hand of Ford, it looked like a glancing blow. I think it chopped down. I think it hit the protector after it went followed through.
How would he have fared if Cacace was in the ring tonight?
Different fighter altogether. I mean, really commits to the shots, but it's one I hope we see. You know, it's a brilliant contest, that. It really is.
I think the speed of Ford's always going to cause everyone problems, I think. And the older the fighter, the more problems it will cause you. That's the truth of it.
But Kakachi very much having an Indian summer. Wow.
What incredible form.
What form he's on.
He's the UK's Kiko Martinez.
Yeah, he certainly is. That big win over Lee Wood. We saw Lee last night. He's looking for a comeback fight in the autumn. I think he wants Josh Warrington. That'd be worth seeing again, wouldn't it?
Yes. He slowed it down, sorry, Dan. He slowed it down here, Ford. Done really well, just slowed it down, just take away any sort of momentum he had here over from the last round.
And
really
he's kind of using the forward motion against him, just landing the odd shot on the back foot, moving.
Great feat again from Ray Ford there. Back end of the 9th round. He's gliding his way home now. Hey! Yeah, it's become quite frustrating for Abraham Nova. Not through lack of any effort. He's put huge amounts in, rather like the mascot around. Top flight Italian football has a new home as the mascot's dancing away. I think you can see him just in front of the promo on your screens. Next weekend, Serie A available to all subscribers in the UK. I think he's brilliant, that mascot. Absolutely fantastic. I'd have Abraham Nova back for his performance, his grit, and look at these moves. As good as you on the dance floor, Darren Parker.
Wow, I preferred your moves under the suit, Adam. He's enjoying himself. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a boxer on there, because when he lets his hands go, he's not bad fire.
It wouldn't fit you, because your head's bigger than that.
I don't know if you were looking at me or Barry, Adam then.
Both, actually.
He sat back down, but these two haven't. They've given us a good fight at super featherweight. Raymond Ford largely in control, but Abraham Nova very much playing his part in those black and gold trunks. Remember, he was cut, a little bit shaken as well at times, but he's thrown a lot of right hands, some body shots too. Just has been a slight notch behind Ray Ford in terms of movement and maybe boxing IQ.
Yeah, and I think he's been a bit more compact with the work. He's got to the target quicker than Nova, you know, from keeping him short and sharp, really crisp. But you can't fault the intent, the desire from Nova. He's just been second best.
And he's aware, Nova, isn't he, that if he doesn't get a good shot, lovely right hook there from Ford. There's the feet tangling up. But I think he's well aware of Nova as well. That's why he's been a bit slow the last couple of rounds, that if he makes a mistake, the speed of Ford will make him pay.
Antonio Tarver's just taking his seat at ringside. Lawrence Okoli just behind him. Joe Park is here as well. Great to see so many fighters past and present as Abraham Nova winds himself up for one last go.
Telegraphing that right hand.
He's got real grit, hasn't he?
Yeah, look, he's said all the right things during the week, and he's tried his absolute best to back it up, hasn't he? Not for a thought of trying, he's just, like I say, been second best, and the work on the back foot, the speed's been so good from Ford.
I tell you what, the way he's got that right hand cocked right behind him, if he throws that, he's going to be in trouble. I mean, anyone could see it.
There's one to the body that does get in, but Ford's defence has been really good tonight. Boxed well, he's concentrated. At times he's switched off in one or two performances. That tight loss to Nick Ball and the draw on his record earlier in his career too, but he's been on it tonight, Ford.
That was good work though, Adam, from Nova. He sort of fell over the front foot, did Ford, and landed a nice uppercut.
Well, he's done it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just in patches.
Good right hand there from Nova also. Ford's got to be clever here now. He's, the fight's in the bag.
That's good work, this from Nova. Tries the uppercut as well. Revving things up here. Nova, it's really, really good to watch. 40 seconds left in the fight.
And I'll tell you what, though, this is what's made us fall in love with Ford as well. He has this fire, this desire to get stuck in when he doesn't really need to. He can stick to the basics, the fundamentals. He can get the job done easy.
It's the Tom and Jerry reference that you made in the first round.
I think it's been quite Tom and Jerry for most of the fight. He won't be happy to hear that, but I think it has. But that's a lovely right hook. But I think the class, some of the class in Ford's work has been an absolute fantastic to watch. And the effort from Nova has been, pretty cool.
That's been excellent, the effort from Abraham Nova. Still wants it. I think he could have done with another couple of rounds, but cut and defeated, surely, Abraham Nova, as Raymond Ford Just wanders back to that red corner. It will go to the judges. Be interesting to see how much they've given to Abraham Nova, who put in a good shift over those 30 minutes, coming in at fairly short notice for the tilt at Ray Ford, who had to readjust from the Anthony Kakache fight. And I think that's the fight we want to see next, isn't it?
I hope so. I hope we see that. It needs to happen. But this man, really happy with his effort. He said he was going to do it, and he did. He brought the action, the pace to Ford in patches. You know, he's won a few rounds, I think, but this man generally boxed very, very well. Smart on the back foot. When he puts his hands together, Barry, he's a class act.
Raymond Ford's only defeat was to Nick Ball, our world featherweight champion, and make sure you stay with us tonight. It's the co-main event to White and Atama, and it's a cracker. Battle of the undefeated fighters. Bull putting his WBA featherweight crown on the line against Australia's Sam Goodman. Go to DAZN.com/boxing for all the details on how to watch. Stay with us. Put a good shift in, Abraham Nova. We'll be delighted to see him back, but cool and calm, this man, Ray Ford. I always feel there's more to Ford. I love watching him when he's boxing so well.
He's the sort of fighter you've got to force it out there. Even though he's more aggressive, I think he likes to come forward, but you've got to force those wars out of him. But he's so technically good that he doesn't need to. Him and Sugar Nunes is the fight, in my opinion. The new crowned IBF champion. I think that's a brilliant fight. An absolute walk. Even though Japan to win the title recently, he's not afraid to let his hands go, and he won't be scared of Ford's speed either. He'll throw with Ford.
Can you make it?
You'd be surprised what I can do. The magic I have it. To be honest, is a fight. And also, Eddie Hearn's over there, and he looks after both.
All smiles between the two. Excellent respect. And both fighters performing under the lights, just the extra class. And agility and ability with Raymond Ford, who should win this fairly comfortably. Brian Peters, top manager, who guides Katie Taylor and many others. Does such a good job for his fighters. And he's been with Ray Ford from the start of his pro career. And I think there's another world title in Ray Ford, only 26. Let's get the decision on this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Enrico Licini scores it 96-94, and both judges, Michel Maxiuda and Marco Moscadelli, are in agreement. They both scored the same, 97-93, all for your winner by unanimous decision. Raymond Savage Ford!
By 4 on 2 of the cards and a surprisingly tight 2 on the other. No doubt who won it. Abraham Nova knows it. And he gives his congratulations to Raymond Ford, the former world featherweight champion, now campaigning at super feather. And I want to see him mix it with Anthony Kakache and others. His aim will be to become a 2-weight champion. And at 26, he's got the time, he's got the team, and he's got the class to do it.
Good win there for Raymond Ford. Maybe on paper his best win as a super featherweight. You can see his team there. Brian Beaters, his manager, he'll be knocking on the door of Brian Beaters' office and saying, get me that world title shot. He wants Shaki Foster. I heard Barry Jones say potentially Edouard Nunes as well, Sugar Nunes, who's now with Matchroom, so that's an easy in-house fight to make. But a very, very good win for Raymond Ford, who'll be looking to become a 2-weight world champion. Heavyweight action next, and it is